To get started, you want to thread both your cords onto the button and you want to pull them out equally at both sides. Once you've done that, you can take your board and you want to clip your button to the top of the board. And then you want to take your shortest cords in the centre and you want to clip these to the bottom of the board. And once you've done that, you can begin your pattern. So I'm going to start with square knots, and you can start with as many square knots as you want to begin. So you want to take this side over and then over here and then pull through. And then to complete your square knot, you want to go under, under and pull through. And as I said, just make as many of these to begin your pattern as you want. So once you've done the square knots with one colour, you can remove the cords from the centre of the board, and then you want to clip one of your side cords, and then take one of the cords that was in the centre that's closest to this cord, and you want to go over and then pull through, and then you want to go under and pull through. And then you want to do the same thing with the two cords at the other side. So you can move these out of the way and then take this cord and clip it to the bottom of the board, and then you want to go over and pull through, and then under and pull through. And once you've done that, you can unclip and then return it to what it was in the beginning. So you want to take these two cords back in the centre and clip them to the bottom of the board, and then you want to do as many square knots as you want to fasten up this part. So I've done 3 square knots here separating this part from the next part, but you could do as many or as few as you want. So you're basically just going to keep repeating these 2 steps all the way down until you've got the bracelet as long as you want it to be. So once you've got the bracelet as long as you want it, you can remove the clip from the bottom of the board, and then you want to separate your tail ends into 2 sections. So you should have one of each colour at one side and one of each colour at the other. And then you want to put your outside cord to one side and then clip the remaining one of one section to the board. And then you can create a buttonhole by going over and pulling through, and then under and pulling through. And you want to do this for as many knots as it will take to fit your button through. So how many knots that takes will depend on the size of your button, so it's a good idea to measure as you go along. And once you've done this side, you want to do the same thing at the other side. So once you've done both sides, you can clip both of the cords in the centre back to the bottom of the board. And then you want to do a couple of square knots just to seal up your buttonhole. So once you've done that, you can remove your bracelet from the board, and then you want to trim and seal any tail ends. So I'm going to use a lighter to seal, but you could use glue if you prefer. And once you've finished, you should end up with something that looks like this. So now you just want to try on your bracelet. And that is your completed bracelet.